Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Review Show. Cheers. So welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Review Show. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you found your way here. If you're new, well, I might as well let you know that this is a kid-friendly and adult-friendly area where we just talk about the world of investing, and my aim here is to help as many people as possible while learning myself. So the Weekly Review Show is this really fun thing that we like to do at the end of every week's recording, and that's where we sit down, grab a glass of water, whatever you want. It could be soft drink if you're a kid, or I don't know, alcohol if you're an adult. But I am going to sit down and talk about how everything has been going for the whole week in terms of all the markets, precious metals and the stock market included. So, well, let's head into it right about now. So silver has not changed very much at all. There's no point in me talking about silver these days because silver is just keeping that stability, We're rock hard at 37 Australian dollars an ounce, and it is not budging very much. It did go up to mid 38 range, which was a decent uprise, then came back down below the 37, but now we're closed at about exactly $37 per ounce, per troy ounce of silver. So it's really good to see that silver has been up over the $30 mark for at least a month now, and that shows that we're really getting some stability. I bought in silver for the first time when it was $21 an ounce, and now it's 37, so I'm not complaining. Let's see what else silver has to do, and let's just buckle up for the ride and see how it does, really. There's not much we can do except keep on stacking. So let's have a look at gold now. So gold is currently sitting at just about 2,650 Australian dollars an ounce. And that is not as good as we've seen gold pretty recently, but it is understandable due to the last week or two, if you want to look at it in that perspective. So gold has done extremely well this year, going up to over 2,000 US dollars an ounce, which is nearly 2,900 Australian dollars per 1 ounce of gold. Just the same amount as silver being 37. And it is currently in a pullback alongside silver. Silver was up above 41 recently, but we did see a pullback. I kind of freaked out when it happened in silver, and then I realized, oh my god, gold is happening as well, because gold sometimes is harder to see in retrospect, because silver, you're actually seeing a smaller amount, so therefore when it moves down $1, it makes all the more difference because it's a much larger percentage than gold. So when gold goes from 2,659 to 2,660, it's not a very big deal because it's just $1, which is a fractional percentage of the increase. But gold does make big moves, and it happens all the time. For example, when we saw it go down about $200 in that pullback, that is significant, and it is something to keep an eye on. And I'm pretty interested to see where gold goes, whatever you want to say. But I think gold is definitely the original status of money. Gold is what people consider to be money. A lot of the majority of stackers of gold believe in stacking it because gold is originally the first form of money. The ancient Egyptians used it as currency. Everyone knew gold as stability, and so that's why these people are buying gold, and you choose to believe them or not. I've got some gold myself. So that pretty much sums it up for the precious metals, although we'll have a look. I've got my numbers right next to me. Platinum is currently at $1,226 an ounce, which is pretty average from where it was. Last time we checked, it was about $1,350 an ounce. So a little bit of a pullback, a noticeable pullback, but not something to freak out about. Let them do their thing and they'll be fine. Palladium is at $3,299 an ounce, which is really good. I have to say it. I'm overjoyed and also a little bit put down. Palladium was actually going down a bit, as gold was too, and I was waiting for the day when we'd see gold go over palladium, but haven't reached there yet. In fact, palladium is soaring back up ahead, but that's all for the precious metals for now. Sorry if we've got a bit of a shaky camera because my tripod is not doing great today. But let's move on to the next section and something I'm so excited to talk to you about. But as per usual, I just always have to say a big thanks to you because it is the end of the week and that's when I think it's the best time to do so. But I'm always grateful to you all. Now I have to let you know that at time of recording, we are very nearly at 200 subscribers, and that's surreal for me to think about. I would not be here without each and every one of you, so I thank you all so much. Now, I do know from the YouTube data that about 50% of you people watching are not actually subscribed, and this video technically or generally tends to get around 50 views-ish within about a week or so. So if you guys could please hit the subscribe button, I'd be overjoyed if we hit that 200 in this week because it'd be so exciting. I lost my mind at 100. I don't know what I'm going to do at 200, but it's such an exciting journey and I'm so glad that you're all on it with me. So a big thanks to you, the viewers, and let's move on to the next section. Alright, stocks. This is where it gets exciting. Now, chair. Sorry about that. Now I will make this clear, some of these are really big events and we've covered the Tesla and Apple stock split in a previous video just before it happened, and of course I'm obviously making a video about that. It's in the process, it's in the making while we speak. I just finished recording a bit of it, but it will be coming, so we won't go into extreme depth, but I will tell you they split, and what an interesting event to happen. This is not something you see usually, but again, we'll talk more about it on the other video. I will bring up the prices though. When they did split, Tesla was at about $2,200 US a share. Therefore, when they split, about $440 a share. Then we saw Tesla go all the way to $498 a share, which is ridiculous. That's nearly $2,500 in the old form. That's over $300 increase from what it actually was at, because it was below 2,200 when it split. And that means that it was over 10% increase. In fact, I think it was actually something around 14. I'm rounding up the numbers a little bit, but there was a whole saga. Everyone was talking about that. But currently, this number right next to me reached 418. That's right, there was a very big pullback. I don't know if it's permanent. I don't know if it's anything. I don't know what's happening because Tesla is such a volatile stock. You know, we've seen it at $600 last year. Now all the way up to $2,500, split, everything's happening. So I don't know where to lead you. I am not going to give you any advice in this video and probably not in the other either because I don't have enough experience to be giving you suggestions. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to blow your money. So make your own decisions, follow it as I am. It's a very interesting thing going on. And well, let's have a look at Apple. So Apple did also split in a 4-to-1 ratio rather than 5-to-1 like Tesla. And they did split at pretty much exactly $500 a share. And so therefore the share price was $125 and it did go up about $130, $132. So there was an increase as I did predict in both of them. Then Apple did come back down and it's sitting at about $120 a share, therefore making the old price, when I say that I'm just talking about the collated amount, $480. So there has been a pullback in both shares. Again, I didn't invest, so didn't lose any money, but I'm keeping my eye on them because it's a very interesting thing going on. Now, another favorite is the S&P 500 index fund, and it's a very well-known share for broadening out your investments. It's the most common diversification besides from Vanguard. In fact, it may be the most popular because it is so guaranteed, I guess you could say. Obviously, they did have a massive plummet when the stock market crashed earlier 2020, but it is going to be very interesting to see how it does through this whole area. I can't say it. I don't think it makes much difference because I can't be demonetized. I'm not making any money on YouTube yet, but you all know what I mean because it's a world issue at the moment. And so we can call it this illness. But it was very interesting to see it recover, and it's currently at... Okay, this needs to pause now. It's currently at $343 US a share. Thank goodness my thing started working properly. And so that is, again, above the all-time high. It is actually up a decent amount. And I do need to make this clear when I talk about the S&P 500, I'm not talking about the whole entire group. The shares are about 3,500 rather than 300 and 40. But I'm talking about IVV, which is their index fund. So it's the symbol IVV if you want to search it up. So it is doing pretty well. It's interesting to see because there was a big plummet. I don't know how it's going to hold out on top of all this uncertainty, because we know for one that a lot of people aren't going out to buy new phones and iPads and everything Apple. We don't know, I mean, it's up to you to decide, but I don't personally believe that there's heaps of people buying cars at the current time, Tesla, and a lot of these people in the S&P 500, there's about 5 companies that make up the top like 20% of the whole entire 500. And so that's something like Apple, I can't remember it off the top of my head, Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, those sort of things, Google, those really big brands. So obviously a lot of people are using Google at the current times, a lot of people would be using Facebook. All those online networks and the technology section, apart from physical technology in my opinion, are really surging at the moment. So they may be making up for the losses in other areas. I don't know, I'm watching, I'm speculating, I'm predicting, I'm educating myself, and I'd recommend the same for you. Also, if you do want some other great books about the world of investing, make sure to check out the links down below in the description, because there are some really good books I genuinely personally believe are really, really good for your financial education. Read them myself, totally recommend them for you, so make sure to check them out. That is it for the video. Let's head into the outro. Well, thank you all so very much for watching. I sincerely appreciate every single one of you. Again, it gets to the end and I still have my drink. I need to stay hydrated. You should too, but I should go and drink that soon. That's all for now, guys. Once again, a big thanks. I don't mention them enough. They do so much. They have completely sponsored the Mystery Sponsor Box series, sending us the box. Season 2 is releasing in a very short amount of time. Mystery Sponsor Box, everybody. That will be a link coming up probably around here. The things that pop up at the end of the video. But intrinsic tenders, bars and coins, some really, really great products. Personally, one of my preferences when investing. They're pretty much the cheapest stuff you can get for your buck when you're buying 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 5 ounce, 10 ounce silver bars and coins. So some really great pieces. Whenever I go on the Bullion Now website or anything, those are the lowest priced, and I know that most of you are out there for the investments, and so you can get some really good pieces that look absolutely spectacular at a really affordable premium. So make sure to check them out. Big thanks to them. Big thanks to you. Make sure to subscribe on up so we can get that 200 by the end of the week. That'd be so exciting. Thank you all so very much. And until next time, goodbye.